Do you want to solve Sudoku puzzles 1 to 2 minutes faster? Do you think you're just 1 to 2 strategies away from that goal? Well, I will show you 4 Sudoku tricks that work insanely well on medium level Sudoku puzzles. In fact, the last trick is easy to learn, but will cut your solve time on every Sudoku puzzle. Click below if you want to give this puzzle a go. And with that, it's solving time. I'm going to solve the first cell in this puzzle with my first trick. So trick number 1, this trick is very useful because it will be hard for you to solve anything in this puzzle if you don't see it. What you want to focus on is where can a 3 go here in column 5. Okay, can't be here because of this 3, can't be here because of this 3, and it can't be here because of this 3. And so the 3's are limited to these 2 spots. And they're limited in these 2 spots. I'm going to mark those 3's using what I call Snyder notation. Anytime in a 3x3 block, only 2 possibilities for a candidate, you can mark it. Then if you solve one of these cells, you can solve the other right away. The reason I'm marking this is since the 3's have to be somewhere in column 5 and they are restricted to block 2, then these 3's cannot be anywhere else in block 2. You cannot have a 3 here, 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 or here anymore, because if you put a 3 in those spots, you'd have no place to put a 3 in column 5. This first trick is called a claiming pair, and you have to find this. The reason is, now that you have the 3's here, and they can't be in these 2 spots, where can a 3 go in row 1? Well, this 3 can't be here. With the claiming pair of 3's, it can't be here. And with these 2 3's, it can't be here. The only place a 3 can go now is right there. Greetings, friend. I'm helping you solve round 4, puzzle 4 of the 2024 Sudoku Grand Prix. It's rated 386 medium, and I'm showing you 4 of my favorite tricks that'll help you solve this puzzle faster. Next thing you want to do is find restrictions that help us get to those other tricks. So we're going to use some more Snyder notation. Where can the 2's go here in block 2? You might see there's a 2 right here in the column 4 and a 2 in row 3. So we're going to do Snyder marks there in block 2, and that's the only Snyder notation you can do with the 2's. Looking for the 3's, with these 2 3's, we can do Snyder 3's in block 1, and then with these 2 3's, we can do Snyder 3's in block 6, and with these 2 3's, we can do Snyder 3's here in block 8. Okay, so we're finding some restrictions with the 3's. How about the 4's? Look up here in block 2 again. With this 4 and this 4, only 2 possibilities for a 4 in block 2, and then in block 4 with these 2 4's. Snyder 4's right there, and then in block 8, this 4 and this 4, only 2 possibilities for a 4. Okay, there's no Snyder markings we can make with the 5's. You only have 1 5 in the puzzle right now. How about the 6's? Well, you can see there's 2 6's here. This 6 in row 4, we can put Snyder 6's in block 5. So we're finding some restrictions down the puzzle. We can actually do a solve here with the 7's. Okay, so where can a 7 go here in row 1? Can't be here because of this 7. Can't be here because of this 7, and it cannot be in these 2 cells because of this 7. So this cell right here has to be a 7. We can mark that for a 7. That's a hidden single 7. And then with these 2 7's, we can put Snyder 7's now in block 3. And what else can we do? With this 7, now on this 7, we can actually solve another 7 here in block 5. With these 2 7's, we can put Snyder 7's in block 4. Okay, after the 7's, I'm going to lead up to trick number 2. Right? We do not have any Snyder notation we can do with the 8. There's only 2 of them in the puzzle. But look at the 9's. You have a 9 right here and a 9 right there. It's actually the same row and column as the 4. So you have a 9 and 4, 9 and 4. And so what you'll see is the 9's are restricted to the same 2 spots in block 8 as the 4's. This is my second trick. Whenever you see Snyder notation on top of each other, you have found a hidden pair. What that means is since the 4 and 9 both have to be in block 8 and are restricted to the same 2 cells, no other candidates can be in those 2 cells. And so we can remove all the other candidates as possibilities for these two cells. It has to be 4 or 9 in those two cells. And this is a really helpful trick because it creates much more restriction here in block 8. Now you might notice with this 8 here, we actually can make some Snyder markings. There's only 2 possibilities for the 8 now in block 8. And it puts it on top of the 3. So we have another Snyder on top of each other. This makes it a 3-8 hidden pair. This is huge. And now at this 3-8 hidden pair, it leaves only 2 possibilities here in block 8. The only other 2 candidates that are not represented is a 1 and a 5. And what is so neat about this is that this 1 and 5 was actually a naked pair from the very beginning. If you looked in what the possibilities for these two cells, you'd see that you had a 2 and a 7 right there. You had the 8, 4, 6, and 9 right there. So that's 6 different candidates. And you had the 2 3s here covering both of those cells. So this could only be a 1 and a 5 the whole time. And I want to know, when did you find this 1-5 naked pair? Please drop and share that in the comments with the other viewers. I want to know, and I need you to help me grow the best Sudoku community on YouTube. I love to hear from you so much. I'm going to respond to every comment I get. What this does now with this 1-5 is it restricts what's in these two cells to a 2 or a 3. Since the 2 can't be here, we know we can solve this cell for a 2 now, which displaces our Snyder 3. Awesome. And now by doing that, we can do a little bit more solving here. You can notice across here, what can be in this cell? Well, it can't be a 1, can't be a 2, can't be a 3, can't be a 4, can't be a 5, 6, 7, or an 8. This is a naked single 9. And then by putting the 9 right there, we can disambiguate the 4 and a 9 down here, which then allows us to solve these last two cells. This 4 displaces that Snyder 4, and then we can solve this cell for a 5. Did a ton of great solving right there due to finding this hidden pair and this naked pair. And now with these two 4s, you're going to see Snyder on top of each other. So we have another 4-7 hidden pair right there. And now we need to look in row 2. Because of this 3, that displaces a Snyder 3, you have a 3 right here. And you'll notice this 5 covers all these cells, so the 5 has to be right here. And so what we're looking for is a 6, 8, and a 9. Okay? Well, you have a 6 and a 9 right there. Solve that cell for an 8. You have the 9 right there, so the 9 can only be right here, and this has to be your 6. Now that leaves one cell remaining in block 3, so that has to be a 1. And then what you have up here is like a 2 and a 6. Well, I have my 2 right here. So here's your 2, and here is your 6. And now let's look down column 9. And we're going to get close to our third trick here. Whenever you have at least 5 cells filled in, it is worth seeing if there's enough restriction to make more solves. So we have 5 cells filled in, a 1, 2, 3, 7, and 9. We need a 4, 5, 6, and an 8. But where can the 6 go? Well, because of this 6 can't be here, because this 6 can't be here, this is a hidden single 6. And then where can the 4s go? Well, it can't be here because of this 4, and it can't be here because of this 4, so this has to be your 4. And now we're going to get up to our third trick. Our third trick is a pointing pair. Okay, we have 5 and 8 remaining in these two cells, and I'll highlight that. You might not think you can solve these two, but you actually can. And the reason being is these 8s right here. They're part of that hidden pair that we found, and they also act as a pointing pair. 8 has to be in one of these cells. It cannot be anywhere else along row 9. So this cell cannot be an 8. It can only be a 5. It's a little tough to see and find a naked single when you're using a pointing pair to help you solve that. It can be tough to see, but you need to find this so you can get those restrictions that will help you get through these solves much quicker. And I actually cover flaming pairs, hidden pairs, and pointing pairs, the first 3 tricks in my Sudoku solving guide. You can get it for free. Just click on the pinned comment below. The 4th trick I'm about to show you is not in the guide, but you will use it as much and probably more than the other 3 tricks. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it will help you solve every Sudoku quicker. And so let's go over here and look at column 1. Because of this 4, you can displace this 9 or 4 and solve for 4 right there. And so I got to get out of color mode, solve that for 4. Now we have 5 digits filled out here. You got a 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 1, 5, 8, and 9. So let's look at this cell. What can this cell be? Okay, it can't be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. And now, remember that pointing pair? The pointing pair here looks right in there as well. So it also cannot be an 8. So you have a naked single right here. It can only be a 1. You need to be able to use the pointing pair to make that happen. And now we need a 5, 8, or 9 in these 3 cells. Well, I have an 8 in the block, a 9 in the row. This has to be a 5, which is going to give us an 8, 9 naked pair to finish column 1. Now, let's see what else we can do with the 5s. Okay, you have a 5 right here, and you have a 5 right there. We can actually solve this cell now for a 5, the only place it goes in block 6. And then with these 2 5s and this 5, we can solve for a 5 in block 5. And now you want to look down column 6. We have a 1, 4, 5, 7, 9. You need a 2, 3, 6, and 8. Well, I have a 2, 6, and 8 right there, so this has to be your 3. So it allows us to disambiguate that 8 and 3 hidden pair. And it's going to put a 2 and a 6 right here, and then a 1 and 8 right here, but I have an 8 already in row 6, so that's an 8, and that's going to be your 1. And now we're going to solve here in block 6, because you have this 3 that displaces the Snyder 3, allows us to solve this for a 3. And then with this 2, you want to place for a 2, and block 6 is right here, and that has to be a 1. It's going to allow us to disambiguate the 6 and the 2 right there. And now we can finish off row 5 and 6 because we have what's called a full house. You have 8 digits filled out. We know there's only 1 remaining. This has to be your 1. You have 8 digits already filled out here. We know this has to be your 6, which will give us a 7, 9 naked pair in block 4. And now it's time for our 4th trick. I call it my neat naked triple trick. This is a bonus trick. I came up with it, and I use it so much. I use it in every single puzzle. It's great for this part when you're cleaning up the digits near as you move along and fill these blocks out. And what you need is you need to look and see when you have 3 digits to fill out. So we got a 1, 8, 9 up here in block 1. You have 2 of those 3 digits. The 1 and 8 looks at one of the cells, and then one of those repeats, in this case the 1, and looks into another cell. You can solve all 3. Because the 1, 8 here, this has to be your 9. Only place that 1 will go is right here, and this is going to be your 8. Awesome. In fact, we're going to be able to solve it a little bit more here. With this 9, that's a 7, and that's a 9. And then we can use and see that you have here a 5. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. We need a 7 or an 8. I got a 7 right here. This is your 7. This is your 8, and this is your 9. So let's use that neat naked triple trick to solve these 3 cells in block 7. Okay? What you need is a 2, 5, and a 6. Let's see if you can see that and solve. All right. You have the 5 and 6 right here, and the 6 repeated. We can solve all 3. So that's got to be the only place the 6 can go. This is going to be your 2, and this is going to be your 5. Allow us to disambiguate the 1 to 5 right there. I use that neat naked triple trick to kind of qualify, do I have enough information to make the solve? If I can't find that pattern, I'll move on to another part to do the solving. And you can learn more about this trick in this tutorial. Now we're going to finish up our last 2 blocks. I'll start with the full house right here. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. We just need a 7. Which allows us to disambiguate the 4 and 7 right here. And then you see we have a 2 and a 4 in this cell. So I'm going to go up and see where I see a 2 right there. I'm going to pull it down, go this has to be the 2, and that has to be 4. And then when I try to fill out the last block, I want you to look just within the block, go, okay, I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I need a 1 and 8. And you're going to go up and find the first digit that you need, and it's not in the block yet. So I find that 1, and now I can put the 1 right there, and this last cell is in 8. Now see how many of these tricks you can use to solve this next puzzle. Thank you so much for watching.